We may have slowed the Crocs down, but I can't just leave my soldiers out there. They'll be overwhelmed. My higher-ups won't like this, but please, defeat some Narini warriors and Narini flame guardians. Give my soldiers a fighting chance.
Hey everyone, this is the Night Phoenix, and you're watching part 64 of my Wizard 101 playthrough. Okay, so this will continue with the main quests in the Palace of Fire. So to start off, I need to defeat Narini warriors and flame guardians. I decided for the sake of time to just speed through these battles, mainly because I battled them at least twice before. Alright, so 2 out of the 4 Narini warriors have been defeated. Now time for some flame guardians after healing up a little bit. And here's the first battle. Alright, so 3 of the Flame Guardians are dead. That only leaves 1 more. So before I fight the next Flame Guardian, I'll battle the remaining 2 Narini warriors. But first off, I need to heal a little bit, and now I'll get into the battle. Alright, so all the Narini warriors have been defeated. All that leaves is the last remaining Flame Guardian. So I managed to fight him alone, and here's the fight. Well, that was extremely short. Alright, so after defeating the Narini warriors and Flame Guardians, I can now go and talk to Lieutenant Standish. Alright, so... there he is.
Huzzah! We really gave those Crocs what for! The soldiers are holding their own now! Outstanding! My men are doing all they can, but they can't fight forever. It's not enough to hold the army. We have to defeat it. One last request, young wizard. Defeat the Narini family. They have erected a spirit barrier to the throne room. Their names are Edo, Nibbit, Shy, and a Cory. Defeat them, and the barrier will be broken down.
Okay, so now it's time to defeat the Narini family. So I'm gonna end up going down the right path first to defeat, I believe, Nebbit, and I forget the other one's name. It doesn't really matter which way you go. You eventually have to go down the other path too. But each member of the Narini family can be found where the privates are located. So after picking up the stone block, I'll go and battle Nebbit Narini first.
Exhausted your power. Let us see if you still approach the great Nebbit Narini with such disrespect.
Alright, so here's Nebbit Narini. I'm just gonna slowly inch forward, hoping that maybe it'll start with me. And I actually think it does. Alright, so Nebbit Narini. He's actually, I think, the weakest out of the four Narini family. He does know weakness and will occasionally use it. I think he uses it at least once in this battle. His minion is a desert golem. I battled him like 3 times before I lost count. It just got boring afterwards. So I'll attempt to take out the desert golem first before it can strengthen Nebbit's attack. So I'll use a treasure card, the Cyclops, that I had stored away. But it doesn't kill him, and he does use Balance Blade. So, right now I'm not too worried. Glad he hasn't used weakness on me yet. So, I'm just gonna finish off the Desert Golem first using Clash. Even with its balance attribute, Clash will kill it. It doesn't matter. And Nebbit finally decides to attack me with his Locust Swarm spell. So, it's slightly higher in power. Still nothing for me to worry about. 264 damage. That is nothing. Okay, so I have absolutely nothing, so I'm just going to use Clash, waste a little bit of time, gain a few more pips, and possibly take him out using Evil Snowman and Snow Serpent. So, waste a little bit more time. Tempted to use Frost Beetle, failed. Didn't really matter though. Alright, so he decides to use Fire Elf. I'm a little disappointed since that got rid of the shield, and I was really hoping he might wait to attack using Sunbird and that shield would actually come in use. But he didn't, so it's no problem really. So, Locust Swarm this guy. Definitely won't kill it, but at least do a little bit of damage. So he no longer has over half his health, and he finally decides to use weakness. But that's not really a big deal. I have Clash. I can get rid of that real easily. Okay. Passes. And I'll finish him off with a Snow Serpent. As long as I don't fizzle. Which I don't, so Nebbit's dead. Alright, one of the Narini family. Gone. Okay, so the next one I'll be going against is, I believe, Shy, if I can remember right. He probably has the second most amount of health out of the remaining 3. But he really doesn't pose much of a threat. At least I don't think he does. So this will be actually the last boss of this part. I'll actually put in the final 2 in part 65. But for now, on I go and battle Shy.
You poor, pitiful wizard. I am glad you showed up here. I will do you a favor. I shall put you out of your misery.
Alright, so I'm gonna inch my way closer again. To try and make it so that I attack first. And I actually do, so this is Shy Narini. He knows weakness. I just had to say that. In this part of the game, weaknesses can be a bit annoying, but when you get to Dragonspire, you don't really have to worry too much about weakness. They really pose little threat. Alright, so his minion is a Narini warrior. I'm going to kill that first. I'm hoping my evil snowman will do it. But it doesn't do a whole lot of damage. In fact, most of the evil snowmen I'll use against these guys will only do 301 damage, and I don't know why it chooses to do that much. But, hey, any amount helps. So, I'll kill off the Narini warrior using Frost Beetle. First, get rid of a couple spells I don't need. And now time to attack. Alright, so warrior's dead, all that leaves is Shy. So he's going to use his physical attack. He hasn't used weakness yet, and I don't think he ever does in this fight, which I'm happy about. So I'll end up using one of my ice traps, plus 35 damage, percent damage to him. So that'll really help out. I'm hoping he never uses a snow shield. I'm not sure if he actually knows snow shield or not. I haven't really been paying much attention. So, just to power myself up a little bit more, I'll use the other ice trap I have, 30% additional damage to him. I'm making it so that the weakness doesn't do much to harm me. Leprechaun, nothing. Easily handle that. Okay. Clash just to get rid of the weakness. And then I'll end up finishing him off with a evil snowman, I think. So he passes. Good choice. He knows he's dead. And right now, I will kill him. Okay, so Shy is dead. And now time to go battle Akori and the other one I forget. So that's it for this part. I'll see you in part 65.